Hi, I'm Shelly Cordsen from expertvillage.com. We are doing beginning quilting, and there is a world of terminology out there for quilters, so I'm going to just go over a few that are pretty common, used all the time. When you go into a quilt store, you're going to buy fabric, and I just learned last night that the word material is not used very often anymore. It's always fabric. You'll find it on a bolt. It's normally 44 to 45 inches wide, and that would be from selvage to selvage. And in a lot of cases, you'll have to piece that in order to get enough for back of a quilt. But this is a pretty standard. There are fabrics out there 108 wide, but most stores you go to, this is what you're going to find, 44 inches wide. Okay, fat quarter. You always hear people say, go get your fat quarter. Okay, well, fat quarter, all a fat quarter is that you take a yard of fabric, which is your 36 inches by 44 wide. We've already talked about that. You fold that in half, and then that in half, which gives you an 18 by 22. That is called a fat quarter. And there's a lot of quilts out there that are called fat quarter quilts that you make the whole quilt with nothing but fat quarters. In your stores, you'll find them in stacks such as this, all color coordinated. Some of them do fancy folds. You can even buy them individually as you need them. And the baby quilt that we will be making, you will be using 2 fat quarters. And so you're handed a full bolt of fabric along with fat quarters. Another term we'll see a lot is a 1/4 inch. Most quilts are done using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So as we see here, you can sew along, and your seam allowance here is a 1/4 inch. It's nice if you take your ruler and see that. And if you hear the word scant 1/4 inch, that's just about one more thread in, and it's just shy of a 1/4 inch. And in some cases, you'll hear them say, use a scant 1/4 inch. And that's what you'll need. And another term we use a lot is salvage. When you're folding your fabric, you'll hear me say a lot. That is the top edge of your fabric. It usually has little dots in it. It has color codes in it, such as this one has, telling you what threads are in the fabric. I will use a lot. Fold your fabric, salvage to salvage, that's what that is. Now let's begin quilting.